because it's a track and track conditions change, and it's been a couple of years. It's always worth refilming. Obviously there's not much difference between this and what it was last time. Then if I do it a third time, probably won't record that. But this takes you down to Jericho. So at the moment we've got both kids, a dog. Steve's in the car. We've got 8 cars behind me.
At the HEMO, that mine, I reckon it's about 150 metres further off from where we were standing.
As in into the bush.
Into the bush.
Okay. So we're doing a little, I call them brown signs, historical markers tour. And so we're stopping at every single historical marker that we see. I'm going ridiculously slowly. So we just stopped at the El Dorado, was what it was labelled. Interesting stories about bushfires and protecting people with the mine. We've had no rain, so this track should be dry. Now this track has a really weird seasonal closure because it's in the Thomson catchment, so it actually is shut from the 1st of May to the end of November. It's kind of like an extended closure. So don't come along here after Melbourne Cup weekend expecting to drive it. Just let me know when everybody's come through the seasonal closure gate, Frank, please.
Roger, we're both in left now.
Got a whole mixture of cars in the convoy today. We've got a brand new Y62.
Whose car's that?
At Darren's. We've got Craig and Nicole, who are
Make sure they're in low range.
Yeah. So Craig, I'm just checking that you're in low range. I'm in just 1, and I'm just letting it walk its way down these bits here.
Okay, I'll follow your lead.
Then when you get to a little whoopsie, just put your foot on the brake and take the speed off, and then foot back off the brake and just let it walk down. Can you turn that off, Jackie, unless you need to say something? Thanks, buddy. So Craig and Nicole are new, not to driving. They've done a lap of Australia, but they're new to driving on tracks. So they'll just need a little bit of So it's dry, tons of grip.
Or let me know when you get to my dump and I'll take off.
When you're coming up, you probably want a little bit of speed, a little bit of momentum. Don't want to go too crazy, especially over the whoopsies, but give it a bit of welly.
Right, planning to try and drop down to 16.
Yeah, that's it.
Get that off, gone. Roger.
They've moved.
Charlie's through the gate loop.
Thanks, Frank. I'd like to see him in my mirror. There he is. Yeah, normally when we come out on a trip, we're just driving around and you don't really stop at all these brown signs, so it's been quite interesting.
Yeah.
Aberfeldy Cemetery is worth a look. That was nice to see somebody named O'Toole's buried there, and Merrington. And Merrington's campground is named after these two. Hello. Doesn't have. I'm just going into one. Doesn't have 2 R's in Merrington's. It's spelled wrong. Wow! Look at the view. Don't forget to look at the view, everyone. This looks a little bit bits of loose on here, but still plenty of grip underneath. Craig, all happy with those bits of ups and downs?
Yep, all going good so far.
Les, I assume you're all right back there. Nothing.
No answer.
I'm just going to assume he's all right. This is ridiculously slow. Just go over this whoopsie and then we'll go. There we go. Cool. One thing I did notice, I had to look at some videos the other day, and some of my old ones, oh my gosh, the camera's down low on the bonnet. So I will re-record some of the older campgrounds. Like I watched the Vennels one and the boys over in Rubicon, and I'm like, oh god, I need to refilm those. That was at the very start of the Wandering Newbie. So if you do happen to see a video and you're like, oh, this is obviously an old one, feel free to just put a comment to remind me so I can add it to my list, because I've done so many now.
And they've probably changed the campsites a bit over time.
Yeah. Most of the time the campsites don't change too much, but they still do little upgrades here and there. I'm gonna go and have a look at Anderson campground today, because Steve and his friend Michael went in there a while back and they couldn't find a bit that I had told them that I had said was there. So now I'm like, I need to go back and check to see if it's been washed away by the river. Oh, choices.
Tell them to go straight.
Okay, I think I'm on the wrong bit.
So it comes back up.
Yeah.
Why do you have to be on that?
Because you don't want to cause more erosion than is necessary out in the bush, so you should stick to the main track. But it wasn't obvious there, was it?
I think there was a tree down one. People probably driving around it.
There was a tree down in the first time I did this. I know, I think is it a bit early to collect firewood, do you think?
Yeah.
I was thinking after lunch is kind of the time to think about it. Oh, we've done the steep bit. One of the steep bits. Sorry, I should say that on the map there's 2 steep bits marked. So we've done one back there.
How do you know it's steep?
Because it says on the map. Oh, I should have moved that. Hopefully you can see me. I do remember the second steep bit, I think, being a bit steeper. First track video since I got to 1,000 subscribers.
I think so.
I think it might be. Thanks everybody. Got there. Before I went out this weekend, we were on and 1,112 subscribers. So thank you very much. It's always awesome to get good feedback from people. I'll just wait for them to get a bit closer before we do this bit. Yeah, it's great. I get some lovely feedback as well. Like, I don't mind some feedback, just be nice about it, even if I've got something wrong. There's no need to be harsh.
Why the yellow spray paint on the trees?
Well, I remember when I did a couple of weekends with Blaze Aid, you had to do this thing about killer trees, and they mark the trees as to whether they're killer trees or not. So a K is a killer tree. These are blatantly not Ks, but they're obviously something maybe for the grader when they've cleared stuff, maybe to say don't take that one away or something, or okay, or I don't know. Someone out there in the world could probably tell me.
Yeah, it's a circle with a cross through it.
Yeah, circle with a line.
Or, yeah, just a diagonal line.
So I'm thinking maybe it is like an OK. Or maybe a killer tree. I mean,
Who knows?
who knows? Should concentrate.
I've read it.
Well, I would say that Craig is now a little bit too close up my arse. You'll be able to take a bit of the speed out on that big whoopsie there, Craig.
Craig was better. Craig can just drive.
This is a long one. Oof, that was not pretty. Okay, he's doing alright, I think. Everybody else doing okay back there? Okay.
There's the steep bit.
Yeah, kind of coming up to where it says steep.
Still coming, Chris? I've lost sight of you, mate. Yeah, just behind you, coming uphill now. Roger that.
His Welsh accent is so Welsh.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm from Wales, but none of you can probably tell. You probably all think I'm a Pommy,
No.
but I'm a Taff, I'm Welsh. But we've got somebody in convoy who's got a thick Welsh accent.
Very,
He's from
very
the
thick.
valleys, he can speak Welsh.
No.
Pardon?
No one knew you were Welsh.
No.
Because of your accent. He's like, your mum has a good Welsh accent.
You know the odd Welsh word, phrase?
Because it's an old language, isn't it? It's not
I think so.
used as much now.
Like you have to do it at school in Wales.
Okay.
If you just go to the state school, which I did not, so I didn't have to do Welsh at secondary school. Let's take a bit of the speed out on there. So this is nice. I can imagine it would be a tiny bit slippy in the wet, but I'm not seeing any clay or... It's pretty rocky, isn't it?
Very rocky.
And it's not even rock sheet either, so there's probably going to be bags of grip in the rain. But obviously, judge it for yourself. first time I drove this track, I was a little bit worried about the ford at the bottom.
Just got to check something. My car just popped out of like 4.
Popped out of low 4.
Sounds like.
You back in?
She's in low 4. What are you in? Low 0.
I'm back in. I'm using the downhill assist now.
Okay. So you're still on the move, Carmen?
Yeah, moving.
Okay. Carmen is driving one of the more fun cars in our group, which is a little Suzuki. I don't need first there, do I? It's in the wrong gear. A little Suzuki Jimny, bright green. It's got all the bells and whistles added to it, I think. It's got a lift, it's got big tyres, it's got the roof rack, awning, snorkel.
Big tyres for you.
Yeah. Big tyres for a Jimny.
Yes.
Snorkel? Must have.
Yep.
I don't even need snorkel.
Go into first.
I don't even need snorkel.
For river crossings.
We don't go under water that.
It also tries to keep some of the dirty
Air out.
air out when you're driving on dirt tracks all the time. It tries to keep the air a bit cleaner, so it's not just about water. Like 2 hands on the steering wheel, come on. And I'm being good today. Put my seat up.
Why is that?
None of that, because I literally can't fit my elbow in there. No, we were a bit fast into that one. There we go. Yes, I'm trying to get out of that bad habit. And I'm trying to get out of the bad habit of driving with one hand on the steering wheel, but that is proving way more difficult to stop doing. Oh, I'm going to put a bit of brake on that. Oh, that's my fault.
You might want to remember is not put your thumbs inside the steering wheel.
I know, yeah. I always remember that from watching a video on rallying.
Yeah.
It was like, don't hook your thumbs in, because if the wheel gets violent, you're going to have 2 broken thumbs. Concentrate.
Broken wrists and
Oh yeah, all the things. There's probably a bit of loose rock on this final descent. Won't be 15
might
minutes.
want to tell people to stop.
Yeah, I think we're nearly at the bottom, aren't we?
Are we going in there?
There is a historical marker just off the side here, really short walk. It says 15 minutes return, but there's no way, they always over exaggerate. But I'm just driving past it in the hope that we can find somewhere where we won't totally block the track.
It means 15 minutes in a wheelchair.
Yeah, pretty much. Here we go. So, Craig, if you come and park up next to me. There's a big log there.
There's a river crossing.
Can you fit in there? Can you fit in there? that's fine, you're off the track.
Oh, yeah, well. I just got hit in the face by a prickly bush. My stick is wet.
River crossing's fine. It does have a slight deep hole on the right hand side just near the exit, but nothing that's deep at the moment. Okay, when's the next one?
Blue jacket.